This morning, and just wanted to do a quick video to show you guys the progress on the Mame build that I've been redoing. So we're going to cruise down this way and take a look at our Mame setup. So here it is so far. We got the main screen built in now, and we got our video marquee up at the top, all looking very raw right now, not finished with any trim or anything fancy, but it's a proof of concept at this point. So in the back here, what we have is a 51-inch plasma TV screen turned on its side and then physically masked off, so that we just have a perfectly square image. We have a custom resolution running in Windows, so that's actually our full screen desktop there, perfectly square, 1080 by 1080. And then up here we have a Dell ultra-wide monitor as the marquee, working at, I don't even know, it's like 2360 by 12 T-billion pixels. I don't know, it's super high res, but it looks real good. So people wanted to see what it looked like when we move through the menus. I'm running Hyperspin for the front end, so I'll just use my trackball here to roll through some games. And as you see, Hyperspin does a really nice job of transitioning between games. I gotta try and lean back as far as I can here. Okay. Now, so far the marquee doesn't change in Hyperspin. But that is something we want to work on, so that when you scroll through the games in Hyperspin, also the marquee changes at the top. So I'm just going to pull up my favorite games menu here, and we'll take a look at some of the good stuff we got on here. There's our Zookeeper game. So we'll go ahead and we'll fire up Zookeeper. And let's see what happens. Oh man, still have the nag screen as well on my Mame. But there we go. So nice Zookeeper marquee at the top. And we come in here, we can see the main screen. So it does a really nice job with putting the bezels in. And the screen itself, where we play the game, is actually just about dead on 19 inches, so it's the same size it would be in an arcade, and all the bezel changing around it. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit out. Sorry, I have to use two hands for this. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Let's find something vertical. Where's Miss Pack? There she is. Alright, let's choose Miss Pack. There we go. Again, we've got a nice vertical alignment now. Again, with a 19-inch size screen, dynamic bezel, and of course dynamic marquee on the top. Now we're using filters on the video as well, so if I zoom in here, you can see we've got some nice scanline effects on the graphics. Try and give it that nice authentic look. See the way the maze bows around at the edges at the top to give it a curvature. Same kind of thing you would see on a traditional CRT. So it does a pretty good job. The nice thing as well is the filters only take place on the video of the game. So when you zoom into the bezel art here, it's very crisp, and then the filters just affect the actual game itself, so they kind of really sort of stand apart from each other quite nicely in that aspect. Now, because the screen size is 25 by 25 actual physical inches, that means that we can fit anything up to a 27-inch screen, or simulate a 27-inch screen in here. So if we go down, you try and find something that you would typically play on a large screen. Well, Marvel vs. Capcom. Let's find that, because that is the theme of this cabinet. Where is it? There it is. Alright, so let's fire up Marvel vs. Capcom. There you go, we've got our marquee up there. Next screen. Okay. Let's wait to get past all the credits. There's our cue sound, the most advanced sound in arcade history. So now this is nice because it's using the entire area. So this is a pretty nice simulation of what you would get if you were playing a Big Blue. Nice big 27-inch image, very bold, very bright. So when I pull out here, I've got a lot of sunlight, so it kind of makes the exposure go. But you can see the size of that image is pretty huge. And of course the nice thing is, because we're using a flat screen, you know, the cabinet doesn't need to be very deep at all, but we have that big tube image. And again, let's sort of zoom in and take a look at the take a look at the scanline effects. Does a pretty nice job of emulating the scanlines. Alright, let's pull out of this and show one more nice little feature of this. If I go down and find Mortal Kombat here, Mortal Kombat 3, let's fire that up, because this will show we've got another sort of nice little advantage of having all of this video real estate. Down here, part of the bezel includes some of the basic instructions that you would see on an instruction card in the arcade. So that stays static at the bottom, and then we have the screen up at the top, and then again we have a big beautiful marquee for all the games. So coming along pretty nicely, it's working the way I wanted it to. I still have to rebuild the control panel, a fair bit of work to do there with that, and then I have to build some new framing, a new top to the cab, so that it all kind of integrates better and doesn't look just like a big old monitor slapped on top of the cab. But that's it. So far so good.